Hi and welcome to your August Shadowscope with me, Sally Kent. I know that your time and your energy is incredibly precious, so I'm really grateful that you're taking the time to watch your Shadowscope. My intention is that you delve into your scope throughout the month of August so that you can gain deeper insight as you traverse through the month. The term shadow work was coined by the famous psychoanalyst Carl Jung, and to work with our shadow, we unlock our magic, we unleash our power. So I really hope that these scopes help you to feel more magical and more powerful, more guided, protected and loved. So without further ado, I hope you really enjoy your scope. Hi Virgo. I've been so excited to do your reading because throughout preparing for the other signs, I could just sense this overwhelming message that needed to come through for you, that it'll be okay. And I couldn't wait to deliver that message to you, but obviously it's a lot deeper than that, so we'll get into it now. Your first card is the Nine of Cups, and it's the wish fulfillment card. To have that as your inner and outer position for August, I'm really excited to share that with you. No wonder I was feeling anticipation about doing this reading for you. But you've got the Queen of Swords as your crossing card, babe, so that suggests that, you know, perhaps your own despondency or aloofness is blocking your wishes from coming true. Perhaps you're having to really, or you've had to really distance yourself from your wishes and your dreams and your emotional fulfillment in order to play a long game of some sort. The Queen of Swords is aloof and despondent because she can see the greater grand scheme, the great plan. This is about, you know, removing ourselves from focusing on the minutiae and looking at things objectively. Excuse me. I'm gonna drink some water. It's almost like you know that there's a lot of planning to do in order for your wishes and your dreams to come true, and on your mind throughout August is this expressing of emotion in an emotionally intelligent way, where you pick opportune moments to express how you're feeling about your dreams, your plans, and there is quite an introspective energy about you for August, because you've got 4 cards for your root of the matter. You've got the Sun, the Hermit, the Ace of Cups and the Hierophant. So there's quite a lot of energy for the roots of your reading for August. So for some of you, you may be experiencing a bit of a confidence crisis. You could be really obsessed with your appearance in August and wanting to withdraw from socialising, seeing people until you figure out what new face you want to show to the world, if that makes sense. But also this calling for you to retreat and to spend more time alone and to really do some soul searching through introspection is going to lead you to a new chapter in love and a new way of relating to yourself and to others. And essentially it's a deepening of your spiritual connection, you know, whether you're religious or spiritual or both. This month is a great opportunity for you to receive keys to open new doors for your potential. And you can sense that there are things in your life, whether they be physical objects, a position that you hold in your career, or a project that you're tending to, or perhaps even your relationship to your body. You can sense where there's stagnancy in August, and you're being offered a new path, a new way of seeing yourself, your life, and a new way of treating yourself and your projects and your money. You know, other people are viewing you as very stable, very reliable, incredibly strong and courageous, and I feel like that could be a bit of a trigger word for some of you in August, because really it could be a mask that you've been showing to the world, that you're strong and courageous, and I feel that it's because there's certain plans that you wish could go quicker, or certain plans that you wished have already materialised, and there's an element of frustration, which is why I feel like you've been distancing yourself from particular matters or people so that you can really fumble in the dark and figure out what it is that truly lights you up. There does seem to be a discord in terms of letting go of certain things, whether it be belongings or particular ways of relating to your partner. But you're being called to usher in, if you're in a relationship, you're being called to usher in a new chapter of love. And if you're single, you're being called to usher in a new way of relating to others. The way you can manifest your goals and your wishes and your aims quicker in August is by organising yourself, organising your space. You know, your home is a reflection of your internal state, and I know that you've needed to rest, and I'm excited to share with you, in August you get more energy to pursue the things that have been really bugging you, and opportunities to travel and to expand your horizons are being offered to you if you so wish to accept them. This reflection of inner and outer will become more evident to you as you progress through August. Some of us are very familiar with the outer and inner being reflections of one another, and it can be quite a scary and enlightening perspective, because we can either feel empowered or diminished by that fact. But I think in August you are empowered by it, and you can suddenly see why perhaps there's a spare room that is cluttered, that needs organising, or you can perhaps see why you're no longer finding particular clothes that you're wearing a reflection of who you are. There is this transformation of the inner and the outer for you, Virgo, and it's exciting because it's related to your passion and your pursuits, and it really is an opportunity for you to let go of the stagnancy, you know, let go of the belongings, the people, the mindsets, the projects that no longer have that vivifying aspect to them. If we look at the two cards that you've got from the Thoth deck, all the other signs so far have received one card, but two cards jumped out for you. And I couldn't not put both of them down because they're highly related to one another. They're both the one suit. And this is this fiery energy of Leo season that's calling you to really start this new chapter and really put your passions, your creativity, your energy levels, your sexuality, your creativity at the forefront of your psyche, because this is the message from the depth of your shadow. So it could be uncomfortable for you to even sit with that if you are the type of Virgo that tends to everybody else's fires before your own. You know, remember that people are drawn to you for a reason, because you have this vivacious, you know, inspiring, fiery energy about you. And let's face it, you've got the energy and the gumption to just get shit done. So, you know, but this is, August is calling you to get shit done in your own life and to really examine what it is that fires you up and fuels you, whether that's projects, people, your environment, your body, your appearance. It's all getting an overhaul, and it's an exciting one. You know, do you remember when the makeover programs first came out on the TV? It was like so great to watch the transformation appear on the screen in front of you. And I think that's what's going to happen for yourself when you look in your internal mirror and your external mirror. And I think people around you are really going to kind of witness just how magical you can be. So let's look at the archetypal card that came out for you. We have the fault line. So this is about the fissure, the crack and the weak link. So if you imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes, no matter how optimistic and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful and tense and long for stable ground. Such is the energy of the fault line. It is the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing what is ready to break open into chaos. It's likely this cracking open is overdue, as fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures. This card comes as a potent warning not to deny the shakiness that is afoot. It's much better to prepare yourself for change than to walk along the fault line pretending all is well. There is no easy fix for this situation at hand. It will require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. So it's possible that something a loved one said caused a crack in your relationship that has never been mended. This is an opportunity to revisit it. This is the time to heal. In Japanese Kingzun pottery, gold is used to mend cracks, and I love this tradition, and the breaks are thought of as precious rather than something to be hidden. You know, where we're broken, we're said to be most beautiful in Japanese tradition, and, you know, from my own personal experiences, the things that have wounded me the most deeply are where the light has been able to come in. Getting emotional. You know, and it's where the beauty and the insight and the power, and now, you know, it's like, if those tragedies hadn't happened to me, if those pains hadn't have happened, I would never have realised just how beautiful my life is. So I hope that resonates with you. So, okay, typical Cancerians, so emotional, but this is vital. You know, our emotions are a vital force, and our pain can become a vital force too. So if you're experiencing this archetype in a light energy, you might be experiencing it as redefining your reality and breaking open. But if you're experiencing this archetype in a dark energy, then you might be feeling precariousness or pretending and delusion. This is what I love about the archetype and the Thoth deck, is that they really kind of just get to the nitty gritty and force you to like really look at what it is that's really going on. So you're being called to acknowledge everything you have, acknowledge all of your achievements, and to look at making personal sacrifices so that you can begin this new chapter either with yourself, your money, your home, or your job. You've got an amazing network of people around you and some celebrations coming in relation to your home and family life. There could be a feeling of wanting to protect yourself and not wanting to start making a new plan because you can sense that the ground is shaky, and there is a nervousness and an anxiety about having to juggle multiple things, having to be diplomatic and guileful and use perhaps subterfuge, and you might not want to go within at some part of August because it's like some of us can be frightened of our own power. Some of us can be frightened of making decisions and speaking our truth. But when we do, we can access this amazing power and this ability to achieve the things that matter to us. For those of you that have been thinking about doing a course or returning to study, August is the month for you to do that. I really would recommend moving your body this month, because that's going to help you just kind of sift through any, I want to say, unnecessary dramas, because there is a tendency, you know, like some people when they've got like a cut or something, they pick it and it kind of makes it worse, doesn't it? I think if you don't move your body, there's a temptation to kind of run away in your mind in terms of focusing on the problems, when you could actually be building something that's related to your passions and feeling like finally you can move forward with things and that you don't have to be patient. You know, when you address your own energy levels and you address kind of, well, really fuel yourself up, whether that be listening to your favourite music first thing in the morning, you know, that helps you to really, you know, there's a wonderful book called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, and there's a practice called Morning Pages where she recommends you get up and you just write, you know, 2 pages, and you just let the pen just run away with itself, and you just say whatever you want. And the idea is that you let out all the shit that gets in the way of your vital creativity. And I think this is what you're being called to do in August, Virgo, because you are a natural giver, you are there for others, but the universe is calling you to fill up your own tank, because this is going to help you have a balanced emotional state and help you to really address those aggressive drives, because I think it's natural to have aggressive drives. This is what the Chariot teaches us, but often we can internalise our anger and we miss opportunities to actually have a laugh, you know, and to move on, because, you know, we can't open the next chapter or read the next chapter if we keep rereading the last one. And I think deep emotional feelings and intense dreams in August can lead you to make great changes in your friendship circles. And for those of you that have had it on your mind to call a friend and you've been wanting to do it for months, or organise a visit but you've just been putting it off, please do it in August, because they absolutely adore you and you adore them, and having those having those different relationships in our life help us to see our lives in a different way and help feed our psyche and our consciousness and help us to get rid of toxins. You know, animals, when they experience trauma or upset, they naturally shake things off and then they're able to release that tension. As humans, we don't, we hold on to it. So this is why I was saying to you to move your body, you know, release that built up emotion that can get stuck in the body. It could be something from 10 years ago, 20 years ago, last month. Moving your body helps you to really release that inbuilt tension. And I think for those of you that are dealing with a legal matter, you can relieve tension by this is an opportunity for those of you that are dealing with a legal matter. This is an opportunity for you to really trust that the universe has you back. If you keep filling your consciousness and your psyche with worrisome thoughts, that's just going to delay the progress of this unfolding in a way that's beneficial for you and everybody. You know, the universe wants you to move away from stressful times, and you can steer your mind and your consciousness in a beneficial way by seeking meaning and looking at patterns in your life. I think for some of you, this is a real wake-up call about addictions, about obsessions, fears, for you to make an end, to strike up a new chapter and really consider your ethics in this situation. Because, you know, the devil card is the card of the shadow work, really. It's like, if we realise that we're voluntarily chained to the devil, and that we can, by facing what it is that we're frightened of, by facing what it is that we feel is dark within us, we can release a tremendous amount of positive energy, and then we can really build something with solid foundations. But I do feel that there's this immense calling for you to really examine what it is that you want to move forward with, and also what it is that you truly want to build. And that is highly, highly linked to your energy levels, Virgo. The more you can tend to your energy levels, you know, so there's a thing, you know, whatever crystal you're drawn to, when you look up the meaning, you can find out it's exactly what you need at that moment. It's the same with food. So if you're craving pistachios or you're craving oranges, if you look up the vitamins, you know that that's what your body needs. So allow your intuition to guide you this month, and allow your feelings to be felt. Please don't distract yourself from them, because you've got an absolute great opportunity here to really unleash some like ineffable power for you to pursue these goals and ambitions that you've been distancing yourself from for some time because you've had to be patient or whatever. So let's see what message the Egyptian Tarot has for you. Yes, please think about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, because August wants you to manifest them. And if you don't believe that your dreams can come true, how can the universe support you in manifesting them? So that's your August Shadowscope, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in September. Bye.